Hi, my name is Nathan Roberts, and I'm going to be talking to you all about the Central Hyde Park community. I am going to inform you all about what the pros of living in a thriving urban environment is. So, imagine if we all lived in a society where everyone knew their neighbors. We could all look out for each other and utilize the resources that our neighbors provide. Growing up, I never knew who my neighbors were, what they did for a living, or even what their names were. I recall my parents telling me stories about what happened when they got in trouble in either school or did something in their community. Neighbors, uncles, cousins, friends, parents, etc., were allowed to lay their hands on you. This was due to how well neighbors collaborated with each other in disciplining the neighborhood kids. I cannot imagine that. We live in a society now in which we try to protect our kids to the best of our abilities. Most parents nowadays would never allow another parent to discipline their child. This just proves the ever evolving community life of the urban neighborhoods and how they are changing. Individuals today strive away from this past. I'm not saying that you should be able to discipline a child in the community because they are misbehaving. I say this to simply state that neighbors hoods are not as connected as they have been in the past. People that live in apartments may see a neighbor every day but may never even speak to them or know their name. I don't think neighborhoods should be like this. There should definitely be more interaction amongst your neighbors to try to know them on a more personal level. The neighborhood communities that I knew growing up differ from where I live now in Kansas City. Neighbors greet each other, host community events, help out each other with a variety of needs. I decided to live in an area where I could be ingrained within the culture while also understanding the advantages of living in an urban environment. What makes someone part of a community, in my opinion, is not based off of if you live in that neighborhood. Being part of a community means you understand the advantages of living in an urban dwelling when compared to inclusive living. My understanding of the what, why, and how of the Central Hyde Park neighborhood is what makes me an ideal candidate of this thriving urban community. Hyde Park is a community located in the sector of Armour Boulevard, 39th Street, Truce Road, and Gilham Road between the Plaza and the Power and Lights District in an area known as Midtown. The best part of this location of Central Hyde Park is that you can locate any part of the city within 15 minutes due to the highway entrance and the main roads that run through the neighborhood. This neighborhood contains property values with an average of $331,000 according to the report I put together through Realtors Property Resource, which is a real estate industry software exclusively for realtors. In this neighborhood, there are approximately 1,500 homes in this area, according to the Kansas City Historic Hyde Park article. Someone a part of this community generally would know their neighbors because this is an essential part of living in an urban environment. Some individuals take their integration of this community to a whole new level by becoming involved in the neighborhood association. The strength and growth of the neighborhood can be attributed to active and engaged neighbors. Over the years, Hyde Parkers have recognized the importance of preserving Kansas City's historic homes and have and continue to work hard to ensure the neighborhood is strong and thriving for 100 plus years, according to the Kansas City Historic Hyde Park article. Hyde Park became the epicenter of trade west of Independence, Missouri, due to the California gold rush, according to the Kansas City Historic Hyde Park article. The location was essential for trade with the Indians, with the trace that ran from Independence to Indian missions to the Kansas Territory. Cul-de-sacs full of large houses guided the community to the rich history that ingrained the neighborhood. These houses were often 2 to 3 stories high to show off one's wealth. Central Hyde Park at one point in time was the most developed area in Kansas City before Jesse Clyde Nichols started developing the Plaza and Brookside neighborhoods. During this time, individuals started moving out of Hyde Park to these newly developed areas that were seen as more prestigious. This in turn led to lower home prices in the Hyde Park neighborhood community because J.C. Nichols properties were more sought after. Eventually, this all changed in the later 1980s. Low prices and unique architecture of these large old homes began to attract the attention of new breed of pioneers. These young professionals saw the potential in the beautiful old houses. They speculated in a declining, and they decided to revitalize the community, according to the Kansas City Historic Hyde Park article. In the past, the neighborhood mainly contained those of who were older. Now this neighborhood is thriving with millennials, young adults such as college students, recent grads, and then also married couples live up and down the corridors of Hyde Park. This is a great neighborhood for starter families as well, hence the name. Hyde Park contains a park to attract those who are looking to raise a child. Even if this is not the reason for you living here, there's plenty of things to do for other people. On Armour Boulevard and 39th Street, individuals can rent a bicycle to ride the neighborhood on a new designated bike lanes. They can even visit local shops and attend community events, vote on regulations regarding new residential housing, or even walk your pets in a safe, thriving community. And of course, it is not only limited to these options. The Central Hyde Park neighborhood was founded by John Calvin McCoy in 1833, according to the article Kansas City's Historic Hyde Park. McCoy felt the need to have a newly established trading post near the Indian trace that ran through what is known as the Plaza, according to the Kansas City Historic Hyde Park article. The Plaza is also located on Brush Creek, where many of these transactions occur. This is also a way for Brush Creek was also a way for transportation to the Kansas area. So, due to the vast history of Central Hyde Park, one could understand the whereabouts of Kansas City's past. This area was once the epicenter of trade for those looking to head west for potential riches in the gold rush. Now that you understand the what, why, and how of Central Hyde Park, you can center yourself in the community of this thriving urban environment. Thank you.